Welcome to today's class, and we are treating calculation under motion. Like I promised, I'm going to treat the high yield. So Jamb loves repeating motion under gravity. All right, so we are doing this calculation now. So the first question here, Jamb must repeat question. Okay, the first question we have here is: a ball is projected. Remember, we are doing motion under gravity. A ball is projected vertically upward. Vertically, it's telling us that it's projected vertically. That's straight like this. Okay, straight vertically. All right. A ball is projected vertically upward with a velocity of 20 meters per second. Calculate the maximum height attained. Take gravity equal to 10 meters per second square. Acceleration due to gravity. Alright. So I always tell you guys that the first thing you do after reading a physics calculation question, look at the options. Option A is 40 meters, option B 70, option C 10, option D 20 meters. Alright. So look at the units that the options are represented in. Okay. They are represented in what here? Meters. Okay. They are represented in meter. So our answers should be in meter. Then you are going to look at the question. Can you manipulate this question in a way that you get meter as your answer? No. Even if you do 20 over this one, you are still going to have 1s here. Is second. That's if you are trying to calculate time. That's when manipulation can work. Something like, let me say, for example, you do 20 meter per second over 10 meter per second square. This one cancel this. This one cancel this. So you are left with 2 seconds. So if you are asked to calculate the time, you can easily use this to manipulate this and get it 2 seconds, and the options are represented in seconds. So the first thing we have to do, we already underline one keyword here: projected vertically. So acceleration due to gravity, and they said we should look for what? Maximum height. All right. So first of all, we have looked at the option. We let us manipulate. So what we go do? We go write out what they give us. So giving what was given to us? We were given what? The first thing, upward with a velocity of 20 meters per second. So he said the ball is projected vertically upwards, okay, at this velocity. This is the initial velocity, all right? So we are going to represent it as u is equal to what? 20 meters per second, all right? So the next thing there is they gave us what? Acceleration due to gravity is equal to 10 meters per second. Since we are calculating acceleration due to gravity, we are going to include v equal to what? It says what? Upward with a velocity of 20 meters per second. Calculate the maximum height attained, all right? So our v will now be equal to what? V is 0, no final velocity. They don't tell us say it come to rest, so V will be 0. So now we are looking for the what? Maximum height, which is h equal to what? Question mark. All right. So remember the equations of motion under gravity. The equations of motion under gravity is just the same equation of motion. It's just that anywhere you have anywhere you have acceleration, you put gravity. All right, because you are using acceleration due to gravity. So let's write out the first, second, and third equation of motion quickly. The first equation of motion, you are going to have something like V is equal to u plus what? Gt. This is the first equation of motion under gravity. The second is what? You are going to have what? S, which is distance, okay, is equal to ut plus what? Plus or minus. Since you are doing motion under gravity, it's plus or minus. So in this, according to this particular question, we are going to use minus, all right? Ut plus or minus half gt square. Okay? So the third equation of motion is where we have v square equal to what? U what square plus or minus 2as. So these are the three equations of motion. So we are going to look at what we were given and what we were told to find, and find the perfect match of this equation of motion under gravity that is going to fit for the calculation. The first equation of motion has velocity, it has a initial velocity, it has final velocity, it has gravity, it has time. Do we have time here? No. And another thing, we are looking for height here, and this one does not have height, so this one no join. We don't use this one. So the second one, this one is distance. This distance represents height. Okay, distance represents height. So we have height here, and equal to, we have initial velocity here, we have time here, and we have gravity here. We also have time here, time square, and we are looking for this. So is this suitable? Do we have time here? We get time for here? No, we don't get time here, so we can't use this. They didn't give us time. So we look at the final one now. V square equal to u square plus 2as. All right. So if we look at our parameters we have here, what was given? Okay. Do we have velocity here? Yes, we have final velocity here. Do we have initial velocity here? We have initial velocity here. Look at initial velocity. Do we have acceleration here? We have acceleration due to gravity, gs. Okay, sorry, it's 2gs. We have acceleration due to gravity. Do we have distance here? No, distance is what we are looking for. That's this what? This height. All right. So we are going to use this. This is a perfect match. So what do? Let's bomb. Okay, let's bomb it. All right. So we are going to what? Use this formula. So what we are going to do now, we are going to what? Substitute this into this formula. Okay. Since v is 0, we are now going to be left with what? 0 is what? Equal to what? Brackets, because we want to put 20 square here. So let's introduce bracket to avoid what? Confusion. So 20, which is our initial velocity, 20 square, which is what? The u square. Okay. Minus, because it's motion under gravity, we are using minus. You use minus for motion under gravity. Then for normal motion, use plus. Minus 2 2gs. What is our g? We put brackets to avoid confusion. Gs 10, bracket close. And what is s? S is the height. That's what we are looking for. Okay, so the height is what we are looking for. Look at it here. So we are now going to solve this now. So if we solve this, we are now going to get 0 is equal to what? 20 times 20 is what? 400. Minus 2 times 10 is what? 20. Then we get what? S here. Put it in bracket to avoid confusion. S. We are looking for this. So what are we going to do here now? What we are going to do, this 0 now, nowhere to be found. All right? Nowhere to be found. We are going to do something simple here. So we are now going to be left with, therefore, 20s is equal to 400. What are we supposed to do here? We are supposed to do what? Divide both sides by what? 20s, okay, to get the height. So what we are going to do, we are going to bring the height here, okay, we bring the height here, then we do what? We divide both sides by what? 20s, all right? So what we are going to do, we bring height here, s is equal to 400 over 20, okay? So 400 divided by 20 will give us what? 20. So our height, h, is equal to 20 meters. So let's look at the options. Which is the correct option? Option D is the correct option. Now, still under motion under gravity, let's look at question. The next Jamb must repeat question, okay? All these are Jamb past questions. We hope they repeat them, okay? Just exactly like this, all right? So equip yourself and let's go. The question reads, a stone is dropped from rest, from the top of a tower, from rest. Rest, it was dropped from rest, 0, 0, at rest is 0, okay? From the top of a tower, 45 meters long, okay? This is the height of the tower, 45 meters high. How long does it take to reach the ground? All right, take acceleration due to gravity, 10 meters per second square. All right, so let's read the question again, okay? Because I was reading it to understand. Let's now read it straightforward. A stone is dropped from rest from the top of a tower, 45 meters high. How long does it take to reach the ground? Okay, acceleration due to gravity question again. All right, first of all, what we have to do, since we already know that this question is the equation from acceleration due to gravity, let's quickly write out the equation of motion. All right, remember they ask us to look for time, but before we write out the equation of motion, what we have to do is that we have to look at the option. The option is represented in what? It's represented in seconds. Okay, so our answer should be what? Represented in seconds. So is there a way we can manipulate this? Any way we go manipulate this thing, do shortcut, manipulate this thing, get the answer? Can we do that? We are still going to get s squared. All right, so it's going to be square root of whatever we have. All right, so let's see if we can manipulate it before we start solving. All right, so since we have the answer is represented in seconds, okay, we have 45 meters here. Okay, we are now going to do it 45 over 10, okay, meter per second square. This one is meters. Okay, so this cancel this. 45 divided by 10 is what? We are going to get remember, we want to arrive at second. 4.5 something. Let's see 4.5 something. What is the square root of 4.5 something? So I don't think we are going to get the answer. Since we get 4.5 here, we don't already cross the option. If we find square root now, square root of 4.5 something, what will be the square root? So we can't use manipulation for this. Manipulation no go work. So we can't manipulate this kind of question. All right. So let's move over towards solving. So first of all, let's write out all what we were given. The parameters. Okay. Given. Okay. They gave us what? Okay. The height of the tower, 45. Okay. Which is the what? The height of the tower. H is equal to 45 meters. All right. They also gave us what? Gravity, acceleration due to gravity, which is 10 meters per second square. They also gave us what again? They didn't give us time. That is what they said we should look for. So time, question mark. All right. So we are going to go back to the equation of motion. So in our equation of motion, first equation of motion, second equation of motion, third equation of motion, we are going to find the equation of motion that is going to suit this, to solve this, okay, according to what was given to us. Okay. So the first equation of motion, V, we get V for here. No. So this one no will all work. Okay, remember among these parameters, they gave us initial velocity. They said at rest, and I said it when I was reading the question. Okay, dropped from rest. So from rest, it was dropped from rest. From rest is 0. Okay, 0. I said it when I was reading the question. I don't know why I forgot. All right. So from rest is 0. So initial velocity is equal to 0. So this one no go work because we don't get V among the parameter. So let's look at the second equation of motion. Okay, S, which is what? Distance, is equal to what? Ut. We have U. We have T. Minus 1 over 2 GT. We don't have T. We are looking for T squared. Okay, and they ask us how long does it take to reach the ground. So this final one, we don't even have T at all. So this one is the best. We are going to use this one. All right. So we are going to rewrite this formula to get the answer. All right. So the formula is S is equal to UT minus half GT squared. All right. So let's use that one. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to rewrite this formula before we do what? We solve. So since we are looking for time, okay, we are looking for time and we already have T squared here. We will just remove this one. We don't need this thing. And initial velocity is 0. We don't need this thing here. We don't need it. Initial velocity is 0. So just remove this thing. Okay. So S is equal to 1 over 2 gt squared. So this is the formula that we are going to use now. That's the formula we have derived. So we are going to substitute and get our answer. So s, which is the height, is what? 45, is equal to what? 1 over 2 times weighting, bracket open, g is what? 10. Okay, bracket close, t squared. Remember, it's time we are looking for. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We solve. Okay, so we are now going to get 45 is equal to what? 1 times 10. We are going to get 10 divided by 2. We are going to get 5. We are now going to get 5 t what? T squared. All right. So what are we going to do now? We bring this one here and we divide both sides. So we are going to bring t squared here. Okay, equal to 45 over 5. When you divide 45 by 5, you are going to get what? 9. So t squared is equal to what? 9. Is this the final answer? No. When square crosses equal to sign, it becomes square root. So we are now going to have t is equal to root 9. So root 9 is what? Square root of 9 is what? 3. Therefore, t is equal to what? 3 seconds. So this is our final answer. So let's look at the option. Among the option, where is 3 seconds? Option B is correct. So we are done with this.